Hello and welcome back. Today's reading is about Taylor Swift. And if you're new to this channel, what I do is basically read their current energy reading and try to get as much information as possible to help them go through their life lessons and help them through this journey. Even though we can't speak directly to them, I feel like just putting out these words, I think the message is going to be reached one or the other way. And yeah, let's start with her love, for some of the things that I feel intuitively. First thing that comes to my mind is learning a lesson. She's like, especially in love, she's learning some sort of lesson. And I feel like she's entering a phase where she's seen as a visionary, okay? Someone who's having a detachment too. Maybe is I don't know if it's in terms of love or career. It's like I do feel like there's a little bit of detachment. They're reuniting with someone, and there's a lot about holding the space, and it's like making space and also having the safe space. This could be seen as a home or a heaven where they feel comfortable and good. A lot of magnetism is being directed towards them. They're also having a lot of boundaries. This could be about the people who are close to them or people who are in terms of work. And they're kind of entering this space where they're like stepping into their true potential. And in my previous video, I don't think it was really good, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll try to pin that link down below, or you can just try to search her name with my user YouTube ID. I think you're gonna get it that way to check out the previous video. And numbers and the numerology aspect could be important to her. If there's like, if you know her date of birth and maybe try to look up with which year she is going to be more successful in terms of numerology, I think the AI can do it for you, or you can clearly look it up and see what year or what months or dates is important to her. I don't actually sense any number right now, but I definitely feel like something to do with numbers is really important to her. And yeah, okay, we have all the cards we needed. There's a lot of force, and we have, okay, all these. I'm gonna try to explain what each of these cards mean, and we can move on to the next step or the next deck. With the Queen of Clubs here, it represents the strong and this could be her, okay, being very charismatic, and someone who's very loyal in love and seen as someone as a strong person. This kind of like could be her in this current energy period. And we have Four of Clubs, which represents like a stable relationship or happy relationship and finding comfort. And we also have other numbers. We have Four of Hearts. Again, the stability. Four represents the stability and being very content with the things. But if it's like unbalanced energy, they could be taking love for granted. But I definitely feel like this is very grounded energy, especially with the Four of Clubs here. They kind of like representing the same thing, the emotional stability and that feeling of comfort and home peace. Sometimes we don't have peace in our home, but this feels like very peaceful even in their home. And that could be related to the safe space I was talking about. And we have Five of Hearts. This is like uh, emotional instability. I know, how is it? It's contradicting, but yeah, I'm gonna tell you more. Okay, so this could be them. Let's leave her here. And this situation, this peaceful, all the positive aspects I said, this probably might come after the change, or this could this could be the disrupt that she's going to go through. Okay. We also saw a lot of detachment, boundaries, and stuff like that, right? Hmm. Okay. Hmm. So Six of Spades represents like fate stepping in and necessary. Um, it's something that they need to go through. This is like a painful transformation. And as I said, Five of Heart is like going through heartbreaks or emotional instability or jealousy. And this is like a gradual movement, okay? Gradual improvement and moving away from difficulty. Moving away from difficulty meaning this, moving away from these heartbreaks or emotional instability and stuff like that. Whether they're moving away from these changes and reaching this place, or I'm not sure about her current relationship, I mean, current love. The last thing I remember was she got married, and yeah. Anyway, so what I was trying to say was I'm not sure if it was stable and then this heartbreak came through and like she's learning from it, learning from that necessary painful transformation that's going to happen. Or is that like the other way where like where like she's going through these breakups or emotional unstable movements and then going through this transformation and then being in a safer space? I think it's the second one, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure on that. Let's keep reading, maybe we're gonna get to know better. And this was about her, and yeah, I'm gonna try to see what else comes through. I think this was a lot about, yeah, I think this was a lot to do about her love life. So let's pick a quick card. Okay, we got our two cards. Sorry. This I was still shuffling. It's from my previous video, and yeah, no. I'm using the love deck, and this is like cosmic insights. We have pets. Maybe she's taking a pet in or looking after her pet with more adoration. And we have guardian. A lost loved one watches over you. This is them being protected by their guardian spirits, and they might be traveling soon, maybe a tour or shooting something. It's like giving off, visiting another country, and things like that. They're going through a Mercury retrograde soon, and this is like having communication issues or reviewing everything, and that could be that could be related to the transformation that they are going through. Mm. And confession, and someone is going to confess you something, and the steps afterward is what matters. yeah, whatever this confession is, feels like something important and feels like something that could affect their Mercury retrograde. And yeah, let's see what kind of animal spirit guide is helping them through this journey. This is not exactly the only spirit guides. Every time we change the current energy, they're gonna get a different spirit guide helping them through that journey. It mostly speaks about how their current energies are. We have lizard, and we have bee. Bee is like building community, making friends, and bear. This is like them waking up, and after that long winter break, it's like re-emerging. And yeah, bee is very much of communication card and teamwork. This is about teamwork and communication. And lizard is like very spiritual being. Its sensory is so like out of normal vision, and it's seen as a spiritual thing. And yeah, it can communicate in terms of spiritual energy. It's really, there are a few animal spirit deck cards which is tilted a lot towards spirituality or to the people of who have passed on, like the card with crow and the card with lizard. These are like very spiritually significant cards. And little lizard also, it's like you can see it has an ability to regenerate itself, and it is very special. Mm. And bear, if it's in balance, it's seen as very inner strength and yearning to grow. But if it's out of balance, it could be them being very withdrawn, having boundaries, and being very lethargic or having this feeling of heaviness. But to bring balance, they need to keep moving. Okay, movement, the exercises, or just dancing and shaking that feeling off, that could definitely help. And as I said, there is B. Okay, just a minute. Oh, okay, sorry. Lizard is seen as very instinctual, very sensitive, and a dreamer, and she could be getting some sort of idea or something, some information through her dream that could literally change something in her life. It's like a very important dream and something that she's going to remember when she wakes up. Lizard also carries out this artistic nature and telepathic and very spiritual nature. When it's out of balance, it's very flaky or non committed or elusive. To bring balance, they need to work on a creative project and they're gonna see the success or be able to fully utilize their powers. And lastly, we have B. B is very earnest and hardworking and seen as someone who is very active, vibrant, and content. But if it's out of balance, it's like being overworked or annoyed. That's the energy they might give off if it's out of balance. To bring balance, they need to take a vacation and kind of like relax. And we also saw like the card with the vacation on it. So definitely feels like that. Mhm. This is about their spirit, animal spirit card. So I think we covered a lot about their work and their their situation in love. I'm gonna include a couple of cards just to end this video with. That's like a guidance, what they need to do or what they have to do. We got the witch, like they have the power to make things right, to bring whatever they want. And we have hug, a simple gesture can heal a lot of wounds. And awakening, I think that, and the bear is like going through that hibernation phase and waking up when it's time, right? Awakening is also like them waking up to the reality, waking up to their senses and seeing things clearly now. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Subscribe to the channel and thank you for watching.